Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm White Chocolate, and as you can already tell from the thumbnail and the title of this video, it's a relationship Q&A for Christian edition. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Disclaimer first of all, right? All these questions I'm answering based on my personal opinion. I am not a professional, I'm not a relationship therapist, I'm nothing, I'm just So let's get right into it. The first question here is, should Christians date for fun or only with marriage in mind? Guys, I genuinely feel like every single person on earth, whether you're Christian or not, should date with intention. You have to be intentional about yourself. You have to love yourself to the point where you can't even have people play with you. So why would you want to play with people? Why would you want to date for fun? Like you want to taste all the fishes in the river? No, that isn't how it's meant to be. I feel like relationships should be so sacred. People have just made the whole marriage and every single thing about relationship lose its worth. How do you know if someone is the one? Every single relationship that got broken up and every single marriage that did not work out, those people thought that their partners were the one, and look at what happened. So to be very honest, right, if you want to know whether or not you should go into a lifetime or you should go into a relationship with somebody, what one thing I do is I pray. I pray. Sometimes I even fast, and I'm like, God, please do just tell me, because I don't want to go into this relationship and come out. And to be very honest, every single time that I prayed to God about every single relationships that I've been in, I literally saw no. But when guys, one thing I would advise is, before, like, if you meet somebody and you feel like, oh, there's already some type of vibes, like you're already liking the person, before you go deep, before you go deep into that whole relationship, or before you go deep into the person, I recommend that you pray about it. Because one thing I did back then, when I was in a relationship, was I would already be into this person so much. I would already have given this person so much of my energy, so much of my love, my attention. I would already have invested so much of myself in that person. And that would be the time where I would go to a place of prayer and ask God whether or not I should be there. And when God says no, like, it gets really difficult for me to leave that relationship. And then I would be stuck. Because honestly, I'll be stuck there trying to look for a way to come out. And it would be almost impossible. At the end of the day, yeah, of course, obviously, I do come out. But it would take, like, it takes a whole long process. Emotional attachment is nothing to be joked with, because you know very well that this person is not your person. You know so well, like, God has given you so many signs for you to just know that this person is not your person. But because you have been so invested, emotionally, it just get really difficult. And every single time I try to come out of that relationship, I still find myself going back there. And as I'm going back there, I'm praying. I'm like, God, I don't know, I'm supposed to do this thing. God, please help me. But at the end of the day, God helps me. I mean, you go through the whole heartbreak and stuff, and that's just your punishment for not asking for God's guidance from the beginning. You waited until you got to, like, the last bus stop, and then you're coming to ask God. Of course, you go through that pain. So yeah, the heartbreak was nothing to be joked about, but yeah, we're here today filming a YouTube. So if you want to know whether or not he's the one, I highly recommend prayers. I highly recommend that you talk to God, because you just never can tell. Is physical intimacy before marriage a sin? Absolutely. I highly recommend celibacy. I highly recommend abstinence. And if you're a virgin and you're watching this video, you don't know what God has done for you. Don't even try to set yourself up with any man. Don't try to sabotage that gift that you have because you're trying to please any man. It's not worth it. I promise you. Aside from physical intimacy being a sin, it also just puts you in a position you might actually not see. If you get yourself indulged with sex, there is a soul tie, bond that gets created. God literally created sex for marriage. And that is because when two persons get involved with sex, they become one spiritually. You might not see it, but it is happening spiritually. If you are not getting involved, please don't. I beg in the name of God, don't. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to put yourself in a fix. You don't have to put yourself in a position where anybody is telling you that you have to do that for them to be with you. You will literally move on. You will be fine. You will be okay. Don't please. Let's move on. How do you set godly boundaries in relationships? Communicate. Literally, you have to communicate. In relationships, to be very honest, you have to come correct from the beginning. Like, I know, especially when it comes to, fornication and stuff, like you have to let a man know where you stand. You have to open your mouth and you have to speak up for yourself. You have to, and I understand, like, sometimes it's so difficult because we may think that when we tell people or when we tell men that we don't want to get ourselves involved in, sexual activities, they may leave us, they may not want to be in that relationship, especially with the things flying on the internet and with this generation. Like, it's so difficult for you to get a man that will stay with you, when you set that type of boundary. But I highly recommend that before they start to like buy you stuff or like take care of you or like do anything, like you just tell them straight up that this is the type of person I am, this is the type of boundaries that I have, and just let them know from the beginning so that whatever they are doing, they have it at the back of their mind that this is the type of girl that you are. Open your mouth and communicate, even if you're scared, even if you're already in love with that person. How do I say this? Like, nobody is worth you breaking your own rules for. I don't know if I said that correctly, like, but nobody is worth it. You just have to understand that once you communicate, you're putting yourself in a position where you don't have to compromise, where you don't have to lower your boundaries, where you don't have to lower your standards, where you don't have to blame yourself for anything or say, oh, maybe because I didn't tell him from the onset, tell him from the beginning. Okay, everything will be okay. Whatever it is that is meant to be in your life will be, like, they will stay. And if they are not meant to be, they will walk away, like they will go. I feel like if you understand that, then you're just literally going to be okay whether or not they decide to stay, because that is your boundary and whoever loves you should respect that. What are red flags in a Christian relationship? Lack of spiritual growth or faith. To be honest, I don't think you want somebody that will constantly bring you down, because tell me why I'm waiting on the Lord for something, and when I'm losing my faith, you're not there to like help me revive it. The only thing you're saying is, yeah, maybe you should just let it go, let it go. Sometimes you just get really tired. Sometimes you want to give up. And honestly, if your partner is not there motivating you and, charging you up with Bible verses or, prophecies and stuff, then I don't think you should be with that person. You don't want to be with somebody that drains you. You don't want to be with somebody that cannot tell you that everything is going to be okay. Another red flag is a partner that is forcing you to compromise your faith or your purity. Because tell me why from the beginning. I had a relationship, right, where this guy, I told him I was a virgin and like I did not, want to get into any relationship because I did not want to. And then he was like, yeah, that he's not here for the sex and whatever. Like, it's okay. Like, let's get into a relationship. Tell me why a month into the relationship, you're pressuring me into having sex. Like, and when I reminded him, I'm like, but I told you from the start that I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to do this. You know what his response was? He said that he thought that at the end of the day I'll change my mind, or when I'm in the relationship I will change my mind and stuff. And I looked at him like, how manipulating can you be? Like, to do that to a girl, how, like, that is such a red flag. Guys, if you find yourself in that situation, the thing that you should do is to run away. No man is worth it, I promise you, because at the end of the day you can't even guarantee whether or not you're going to end up with that person. So the best that you can do for yourself in a situation like that is to walk away. I know it could be so difficult, especially when you're now invested in that person, but trust me, if you put God at the center of it all, and if you tell yourself that I'm going to come out of it, like, eventually I'll be fine, you will be fine. Like, you will be fine. It's going to take a while, but you'll be fine. You will be fine. Like, you will heal faster than actually giving into that sexual pressure and then having your heart broken at the end of the day and not being able to, come out of that situation. Trust me, you don't even want to go to the other part. So you just want to quit and end everything from the start while it's still fresh and go about your day. Now, the last non-negotiable is cheating. Like, huh? Unless I don't catch you though, unless I don't catch you, but as long as I get to know that you cheated, in fact, you don't even have to cheat. If I go through like a conversation or I see any sign that you're already planning on cheating, because out of the abundance of the heart, action manifest, words manifest. If I even have like the slightest idea that you have that in mind, even as a joke, I'm not gonna take you seriously. I'm literally out the window. I'm gone. Okay, bye bye. See you in another life. So like cheating is like a non-negotiable for me. I can't even see you the same. I can't respect you. Like I can't respect you. Please. So whoever cheats on you guys, I'm not even here to tell you what to do, but to be very honest, any man that loves you will literally put you first. They will think about your emotions. They will think about how their actions would affect you. They will think about how their actions would, you know, deal with you mentally, and they will either decide whether or not they want to put you in that position. So if a man thought about all of those things and went ahead to like cheat on you, and you want to sit there making excuses for him, saying stuff like, but it happened just once. What do you mean it happened just once? Okay, it happened just once. You want it to happen like 7 times before you know that it's a red flag and a sign for you to leave. Guys, please. No, I can't. My mental health, please, thinking about it alone is just putting me on a fix. And I just pray that God heals every single girl out there that has to struggle with this, because it's not even easy. So the last question, why does it seem like God is delaying my love life? God's timing is literally perfect. I promise you. I'm also like, I don't think I can even say I'm in a position where I'm waiting on God for a man, because honestly, I don't think I'm even like mentally, I don't think I'm in a position where I want to date anybody. I don't want anybody, like not now, but I feel like when I'm ready, God will know. Like when I'm ready, like I would give that energy out to the universe, and God will literally, align me with somebody that fits that fits, you know, that fits the description of the man that I want, literally, or it's just going to give me something better. But I want you to understand that being single is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Of course, everybody wants love. I feel like everybody deserves love, but you should also romanticize your singleness. I literally want anybody that comes into my life to know that they are not coming to give me something that I don't already have. I have love for myself more than enough. I feel like I love myself too much. I'm so obsessed. I'm in a stage or in a phase right now where I'm loving myself more. Like my faith and my relationship with God is growing so strong. And honestly, like right now I know exactly what I want. I feel like back then I would just settle for anything. Like with my previous relationship, I literally settled, and I don't like right now with the type of, oh my gosh, no, I will not settle for anything. I know exactly what I want, and if what I don't want, and if what I want, and if what I want doesn't come, I know very well that I will never settle. Like I won't settle for anything. I'd rather be alone than settle for the things that I've settled for in the past. So yeah, I just want you to romanticize your singleness, grow more, learn more, love yourself more, improve your relationship with God, improve your relationship with yourself, understand yourself, your needs, your wants, the things that you like, the things that you do. Like literally this phase, invest so much in yourself, groom yourself so much. Like just be the best version of yourself. When you train yourself to become the best version of yourself, you get to attract healed people. You get to attract people also that have been working on themselves, because you're literally like a mirror. I don't know how to put it, like especially with relationships. So like if you attract an unhealthy person, or you find yourself in an unhealthy relationship, just know that there's something also wrong with you. Like you're projecting. Let me tell you something. If you attract a person that doesn't know what it means or doesn't understand what it takes to love themselves, when they see you doing certain things for yourself, they'll feel like you're doing too much, and they'll start talking down on you. They'll start looking for a way to bring you down to their level, because they don't understand what it means to love themselves. Like you want to date somebody that is equally yoked. Spend this time working on yourself. Write down the qualities of the partner that you want. When I wrote down everything that I wanted in a man, I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I have to get this for myself. Do you understand? Because once I get all those stuff, all the things that I wrote down on that list, once I'm able to get them for myself, then it will be easier for me to attract that type of person. Like I'm just going to have to mirror them, so it will not be that difficult, to get them attracted to me or to get me attracted to them. Because if you don't possess all of those qualities, there's absolutely no way that our energy will match. There is no way that I can be attracted to you. I don't care how fine you are. If you're not the way that I am on the inside, like my spirit will just know and we will not flow. Every delay is a blessing. Just understand that everything has worked out for your good. All you have to do is align. So yeah, we'll finally come to the end of this video. I hope that you've been able to like learn something and that I did not get you confused, because at some point I think I was confused. Anyways, please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.